I just want to mention before we get started that the sound isn't great in this episode. We had a few technical issues, but we will get better as we go on. Either way, I think this episode is entertaining, so we wanted to put it out there anyway. Hope you enjoy.
I know. I mean, maybe I want to see like what products are you using for your face? Like what meds are you on? You know, that you're not that you're not telling me about. Like, are you as organized as? Because that's how you know someone is organized, right? It's like, okay. Their house might be really tidy today, but like if I look in their medicine cabinet, is it organized?
Welcome to Ratz, Random Ass Thoughts.
Yeah.
Random Ass Thoughts. As a quick disclaimer, nothing that is said here is serious in any way.
None of it is real.
None of it is real.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. Turn it off now because you will wonder in like the next 15 minutes, what the hell did I just listen to?
Exactly.
Anyway.
Like, this is based off of unreal events. Like, we're not convinced by any of these thoughts. This is just bullshit. That's what it is.
Absolutely. So if you want some mindless entertainment for the next 15 whatever minutes, then this is great for you. So who are you, Kate?
My name is Kate. I am talentless. I have one talent, and that is to talk about nothing that is important. And that's basically what we're doing here. So that's me.
So now we're taking your talent and we're really blasting it out to the world. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
My name is Thibaud. I am an entrepreneur, and my wife and you were friends, and then we became friends, and then we started talking about random stuff on Instagram.
Trolling Instagram.
Trolling each other, all that kind of stuff.
I have dubbed myself the unofficial fairy godmother to Theo, your son.
Right.
I am part of the family. Like, you don't know this, but I am part of the family.
I think somewhere at our wedding, you might have like injected yourself into our vows.
Way before the wedding. I was like, I am a part of this. I am coming. I am here. You'll never be able to get rid of me. I just exist. And that's why,
this podcast was just a natural progression of your imposition on our family, really.
Yeah.
And it works. So
I was like, I want to be a part of this.
Anyway, a little bit backstory, just real quick about like why we started this. This was kind of like just it was just as random as the topic, really. We were just like talking about some I don't know. You always bring up like the most random topics, and then I just get a kick of going back and forth with you on them. And that was just like, we were just like, okay, this should be a podcast, and that was it. So that's as deep as the thought goes.
That's exactly. It works out perfectly.
Yeah. So then I was just like, okay, what should we talk about? And you're like, oh, we should make a list. And like 3 minutes later, you email me like this long list of random stuff.
We have 35 as of right now. We have 36 random ass thoughts.
30. Wow. Yeah. And they will be entertaining. As I read through them, they were all very entertaining. But so tell us how we're going to go through. We're
going to take a randomizer number picker wheel. This is what it's called on the internet.
Right.
It's called pickerwheel.com. And so basically you put the numbers 1 through 36, and then we're going to spin the wheel, and it's going to tell us what number it lands on. And then that's the topic that we're going to basically beat to death.
Okay, that sounds great. Right. All right, so let's do this. Yeah, let's do this.
Should we do a drum roll?
I'm a little scared. Yeah, probably, but I'm a little scared of which one's going to come out.
So let's see. Okay. I'm going to spin it right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it makes a noise.
That's pleasant.
Do you hear this? It's Morse code.
Yeah, I know. It adds to the effect of it.
34.
Okay, 34.
All right.
Okay. I don't have the list in front of me, so I'm scared.
Okay, I got you. Okay, this is a fun one.
Okay.
What was the process of inventing words or language?
Oh,
what is the process? Does that make you feel anxious?
that's just like, wow, that's like deep. That's like,
right, but it doesn't.
Now we're going. Now we're going back.
No. Okay, so let me tell you the origin of this thought. Right.
Okay.
So, how funny is it where we're just like, this is a spoon, and we have
right.
Well, it's derived from the Greek word spun, which stands for metal. But it's like, who came up with that?
Right. Well, it's like the who does? I think about that with curse words. Like, if you say something, you're like, okay, that's a curse word. Like stuff that you used to be told as a kid was a bad word, and then you're like, right. That's not really that bad of a word. Right. Like what? And then like things. What was it? Theo has this chocolate calendar that my mom got him.
Yeah.
And it was like this Christmas, the Christmas story or whatever, like all through the house, not a whatever.
Like the Advent calendar?
The Advent calendar, yeah. And each one had like a poem inside, and it was the whole like, nothing was stirring, not even a mouse. And then on one of it, it was like the breast of the snow was covered with something, and I was just like, well, that's a weird way of putting it, But like, it's stuff that like now, like that would sound really weird if I said like the breast of that seems to be covered with something. That'd be very weird. But back then nobody cared. So like, what makes that?
But aside from that, right? Like, who even came up with that word?
The original. Well, that's at one
point where there are two guys just hanging out in silence, and then they're just like,
I shouldn't have brought up this word.
Yeah, it's like bleh, and then the guy's like bleh, and he was like bleh. You know what I mean? Like what?
No, a little more emphasis there. Bleh.
Well, no, that's if those two guys were in France. It's like, right. It's just weird. So how did we, like, why? I just always think about this. I'm like, who says this is a spoon? And like tomorrow, could we change the meaning of this?
Well, I mean, like some of it is invented. Like I know, like in France, a lot of people use American words for a lot of technology stuff because it was invented here. So I guess you have to like whoever invents it makes up the word.
But and then our words just sounds, right? Like they're just sounds. And it's like the cadence of the sound creates the word. So now
I want to invent something just so I can make up a word for it. Like you just make up a word for it and then make it a household name.
I mean, I do this thing with the kid, like Sienna and Ela, where I'll just speak gibberish, right? and Sienna and I used to do this in the car all the time. So I'm like, Sienna, and she's like, and I'm like, she, you know what I mean? So we just like go back and forth. And I'm like, wait a second, I think we actually had a real conversation. Do you know what we were talking about? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I played, we were at this restaurant and there was a friend of my parents and he was German. And I didn't speak German at the time. And we ended up playing cards with coasters, and the coasters were like those paper style coasters, and they were all the same. And we ended up playing cards, and somehow like we ended up less like, oh man, UK, you won, whatever. But we weren't speaking the same language. It was just like, coordinating over whatever we're doing. Yeah. So it was that kind of feel. I don't know.
So do you think that if the both of you were just like, if both your parents were like, all right, you guys go in a room together for days at a time, you would develop your own language, right?
Probably. I mean, I would guess in that case we would probably teach each other our own languages that we already had. But yeah, I mean,
right? But this keeps me up. Sometimes I'm just like, wow, where do words come from? And where does language come from? And who decided, you know what I mean? Like who then decided to say, okay, obviously these two people created a word. Let's teach it to our grandchildren.
And then you have dialects, which is basically just a whole bunch of like mixture of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that track. I don't know. This one was really deep to start out for some. we're like, oh no, these are random ass shots. They're really bullshit. But this one was just kind of like, oh, huh. All right. Well,
wait a second. Shit. Yeah. Not like. I mean, obviously we don't have any listeners, but in the off chance that someone were to listen to this and is like very invested, they could. I hope that at one point in time, someone can give us the history of language.
Yes, that'd be great. And I'm sure if more than one did, they would not agree on it. So that would be even more fun.
That would be fun. Or should I Google this real quick? Where did just a quick, where did language come from?
Oh, that's going to be a lot. That's going to be.
Okay, so look at this. It says language began as an unconscious vocal imitation of movement. Like the way a child's mouth will move when they use scissors, or my tongue sticks out when I try to play the guitar. This evolved into the popular idea that language may have derived from gestures. The bow wow theory. Bow wow?
like okay, so you're gonna come up with an entire theory, publish it, and then you're gonna give it a dumbass name like that. Like, oh yes, and the Nobel Prize goes to the inventor of the bow wow theory.
And little Bow Wow somewhere is like, that's me. That is so crazy. Why would they? I think they wanted to emphasize that it was like gestures with your mouth.
Yeah,
probably. Wow.
Bow wow. That's like an impressive bow. I don't know. I don't get it.
That's like those were the first two words that started all of human language.
It was bow wow.
You were like bow wow.
They were trying to talk to their pet dog.
My dogs have not barked. Okay, and then it says, so I looked up bow wow theory. Bow wow theory explains that language originated when our ancestors tried to imitate the sounds they heard around them, specifically sounds from the natural world. However, there are very few words used in any language today that sound like they were like what they represent. Okay, so it's just evolved over time, but literally,
yeah. And then people just felt like, okay, we can do whatever we want with this, so let's just make up a whole bunch of words and we're good to go.
Do you feel like it's safe to say that the first language originated from the two words bow wow?
I'm gonna say we unequivocally decide that is where language is. So I think we solved this one.
Yeah, there you go. Literally,
done.
It took 2 Google searches to figure out language starts from the
bow wow.
words bow wow. That's it.
Done. Next topic. So, my goodness, we are like, killing this game right now.
The next time someone asks this question to you, you can actually confidently say, I know this answer.
Yes.
And that is that it started from the words bow wow.
Yeah. And when you tell them that, make sure you reference the Ratz podcast.
Theory. Oh,
first. That's where you learned it. Is that's from us? Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine though if people are like, "Hey, where did language start?" Or like, they're just 2 random people walking at the market or something, and they're like, "You know what I'm thinking about? Where do birds come from?" And then someone says, "Hold on a second. I actually just the other day listened to this Ratz podcast, and they have decided it came from the 2 words bow wow." There you go. Which is an actual theory that our ancestors, like, we're actually solving problems over here.
I love it. I love it. Done.
Okay.
All right.
Done.
Spin the wheel. Let's do this.
Are we doing multiple ones?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Spin the wheel. One more.
We'll do one more, and then we got our current event topic, which I'm gonna hit you with.
Oh, you're gonna hit me with it?
Oh yeah. One. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see who's wins. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm putting my laptop close to my phone so you can hear this sound.
I hear it. Yeah.
Which actually would be right here.
It's soothing. It's like. Oh, is that the result?
Yeah. 22.
Okay, 22. What do we got?
Oh, I love this one.
Oh, I'm scared. Go ahead.
IKEA.
Oh no! What does that mean?
IKEA. Have you ever been to IKEA?
Yeah, I've been to IKEA, but that's just the store. How's that?
No. It's a whole topic. The whole store is a topic. Okay, so you've been to IKEA. Do you love it or do you hate it?
I don't. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't have that big of an emotion towards it.
Okay. Does Erin love it or hate it?
I think she'd probably like it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I am in love with IKEA. I think IKEA is the best. It's like a theme park for adults. Where you just get to like I'm a very nosy person, so I love to look into people's cabinets. Like, what do you have in your cabinets? What do you have in your house? What are you like? Let me see. If I'm like looking at people's stories on Instagram and like pause to look in the background. So I feel like
this is a notice to everybody who ever invites Kate over, to anybody who posts any stories. Make sure because there's somebody looking into your stories and into your cabinets, and it's
and it's me. And I feel like you have two people in the world, like those that look through people's cabinets when they go to the bathroom and those that don't. But I also feel like this needs to come with a disclaimer from myself. I don't do it to pass judgment.
Right. Then why do you do it then? That's the question. Why do you do
it? Just to be nosy. Literally, there's no me. Like,
okay, but is there really just is there not something that you are kind of hoping you find?
I know. I mean, maybe I want to see like what products are you using for your face? Like what meds are you on? That you're not that you're not telling me about. Like, are you as organized as? Because that's how you know someone is organized, right? It's like okay. Their house might be really tidy today, but like if I look in their medicine cabinet, is it organized? Right.
Right. I don't even know how many people even have medicine cabinets still, but yeah.
Well, I mean, medicine cabinets, regular cabinets.
Like, yeah.
I'll go through everything.
Now I'm trying to think like what's in our cabinets? What's Kate gonna find in our cabinets?
So now when you open your cabinets, you'll be like, oh, we should probably get rid of that right
there. Yeah, Kate's gonna get the wrong impression when she looks through that. She's gonna think it was one time. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah, we need to like wipe this down real quick. No, but. So IKEA, I think, like really allows me to live out my dream.
Okay. Of like going into everybody's houses and spaces and stuff.
Right. And it not being a thing. But I also think that it's genius that they have a whole restaurant in there.
Yeah.
They have like a candy wall. They have cinnamon buns at the end. Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Kate is like, yes. How do you not know this? Okay.
IKEA, I mean, that could totally be a sponsor for this, right?
Right.
They have a candy wall. They have cinnamon buns. They have hot dogs. They have soft serve ice cream. You can get, if you are a IKEA family member, is it family member? IKEA family. If you have the IKEA family card, you can get coffee for free. And so I always go and get my coffee and then I walk around, like it's a real thing and they're affordable. I love that they're like cheap. Honestly, it's cardboard really is what you're paying for.
And they're known for their meatballs, right?
I mean, to most people, yes.
Yeah. But not to the true believers.
The true believers are like, look, you and I can get the same couch and it will look different. You know what I mean? Because it's all of their stuff is so versatile. You can be like, oh wow, where did you get this from? Because it doesn't look like an IKEA. I have that same couch from IKEA. It looks completely different. How?
Probably because you put it together wrong.
Yeah, could be. No, I love IKEA, and I think that it's very underestimated. You have pages on Pinterest that are like IKEA hacks.
Yeah, so I did see. Okay, so I got two cabinets from IKEA that I'm planning on finishing like built-ins.
There you go.
So like, there's a lot of stuff like that.
It's the WordPress of furniture. Like
the WordPress of, wow, that was technical, Kate. Wow. Okay, so you're getting technical now. Okay,
you just get to customize it however you want.
I feel like that was definitely a metaphor for me right there. That was the WordPress of furniture. But you've definitely thought about this. This is not your first.
All the time. Sometimes when I meet people for the first time, I'm like, what are your thoughts on IKEA? Right? And if they're like, I don't really like it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Don't know if this is going to work out. No. Yeah. That is the glue that is the glue of our relationship, me and Matu. It's like IKEA.
Oh, because wow. Okay.
We go there and it's just something that it's a Sunday outing. Like, load the kids in the car. Let's go to IKEA.
Do they still have? So I used to go when in Germany when I was younger, and they had like this space where you could watch like a kids movie or a kids show or whatever. I don't know if they still have that. It was like a whole like
you
kids
have
play
like
area.
yes, that's another thing why it's great.
Oh,
you
okay.
can leave your kid and go shopping without them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's smart. It's smart.
Little kids are not going to sit through a whole IKEA maze.
Well, especially not with Kate going through every section trying to act like she's living in that space and like laying in the bed and going through the brushing her teeth.
They were actually saying, speaking of like they're in China, IKEA, or like not China, just in Asia in general, IKEA, people will sleep in the beds, like just take a nap, you know?
All right. I mean, maybe they should like start another business like with they do like the capsules things where you can sleep. You can sleep in IKEA. Like you need to take a nap, go to IKEA. Like $15 for 30 minutes or something.
There you go. Come sleep in our showroom.
Unless you're a family member, of course, like you are, in which case your naps are free.
Right, literally, just stay in. You endorse stuff? You can just come forever, lifetime membership. Okay, so hold on a second.
Yes.
Because we were 15 minutes late getting into this.
Yeah, so it doesn't count. We just finished.
I know. All I'm saying is I have to pick up Ela from school.
Oh, shoot, for real? Okay.
Yeah, so, but do you want to quickly go through
So what's that? So how much time do you have?
I have to pick her up at and it takes
don't give schedules, Kate, on a podcast. We're like, and she goes to this school, and here are a list of her fears and allergies, and what else? Blood type. What are you doing? I was just asking, like, how many minutes do you have? Like, we have 5 minutes left to do this.
Exactly. I need to figure it out. Oh my God. Yeah. So obviously, that's that. For anybody. Good thing I didn't say where
or what days. Yes, we're good. We're covered. Okay, so do you have 5 minutes left?
Yes, I have 5 minutes left.
Okay, so let's do 5 minutes. Current event. You said you had yours.
You hit me.
Okay.
Don't make it political.
No. That's not political. This is Ratz. This is fun. There's nothing fun about it. The Harry and Meghan documentary that just came out. Erin is, of course, obsessed with the royal family and everything royal family, so she's really excited to watch it. I could care less.
Yeah.
I want to know what your thoughts are.
Well, my thoughts are, if Erin is obsessed, then I need to go watch it now. Like, forget picking up my kid. I'm gonna go and turn it on right now because I feel like if she likes it, then I'll like it too.
Then okay, so there you go. This is how you make your life decisions. They probably won't kick your kid out anyway. So
no, they will charge us like $5 or something, but not till after I'm late for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So really, I have time. Like really, I got time.
There's the pickup time, then there's the late pickup time, and right. That's what we're basing it on. Okay,
that's what we're going by. No, I feel like it's weird, right? Because I don't know how I feel about either of those characters.
Right.
And I definitely don't know how I feel about events that happen in England.
Right.
I do love Meghan in the series.
Suits.
What was that called? Suits. Yeah. I think she's like a.
See, I liked her in the first 2 seasons, and then after that, I felt like she got the character was written it was almost like they didn't have any natural drama, so she was getting upset about random stuff that wasn't a big deal.
I think that's meant she might have met Prince Harry. And they were like, let's make her annoying so that people want her off the show. Right. And then we can, you know what I mean?
We can write her off.
Then we can write her off. So I mean, I definitely am gonna, now that you mentioned Erin likes it, I will like it. And all of that sounds very obsessed, which is not the case. We like the same thing, so I will watch it, and then next time when we come back, then I can give you my
full broken down. Okay, because Erin had some thoughts too, so I'll she hasn't watched it yet, but she just saw clips of it, so
I mean, I'm a very nosy person, so I feel like that's perfect. Even if I didn't know who any of those two people were,
right? You just want to see into their lives.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's why they made the documentary to begin with. They know that people just want to see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is it? Right. My question is it playing in England?
Oh, I don't know. I guess.
Or is it just an American?
It's on Netflix, but I don't know if I know Netflix has some shows in different countries. I don't know. Because
I feel like her tiff is with the British, right? Like they don't like her. Right. So I'm just like, what is this meant to clear you of some things? But then is it playing there? Because otherwise this is just done for nothing. Because Americans already are very pro Harry and Meghan.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, based on just the history of being anti-British establishment. But I think also it's kind of just... there's millions of dollars in a Netflix documentary, so there's that.
yeah, for sure. Yes, that's true. That's it. That's the motivation.
It's part entertainment too, It's like that because
dang, my grandma cut me off.
Right. Are we really going to get that many more details than we've already... I'm not even in it. And I'm getting it secondhand smoke from Aaron. So I'm like...
I don't know.
Well, we've kind of gotten the details already. Is it really going to give me that much more? Probably not, but it's going to be...
No, what they're going to do is they're going to be dramatic music.
Right, exactly.
And then it's you never really get anywhere, right? And it's at the end, they'll just she'll just say one thing. And then it's I watched all these seasons for nothing,
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway,
I'll definitely watch it though. And then next time I'll have some thoughts.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I know you'll have thoughts.
I'll have many. we exactly have 34 more thoughts.
Okay, perfect. Well, I mean, after that documentary, I think you'll add another 10 to it,
probably.
Just on random stuff. So, all right, that's cool. And I think that's good. That's our first episode. I'm happy with it.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's keep doing this because it's fun. And if nobody listens, we'll keep doing it because it's fun.
Because it's fun. Exactly. And that's really what it is. It's just because it's fun.
Exactly. So, thank you for joining us on this very random experiment here. And we will see you next time.
See you next week.
Next week. Yes, next week.